Second Bob is styling and profiling. Hey Tubies, this is Bob Hickman. Say, how you like my new reading glasses, huh? I got these recently. I don't know, there's some designer type. They're Calvin Klein, I think, or Cole Haan. Anyways, one of those designers. But I'm at the age where I actually have to start wearing reading glasses. And, for a long time, my vanity just could not tolerate that. But then I woke up one day and I said, oh, what the hell, that's life. Deal with it. And I decided, since I got to wear reading glasses, I might as well have some fashionable glasses. So I got me some fashionable designer shades. I think they're kind of cool. It's kind of funny. Talk about karma. When I was a kid, my father, when he was in his 40s, he started to wear reading glasses. And as a little kid, I used to laugh. I go, ha ha, you're old. You have to wear glasses. And my dad just said, well, that's life, He didn't make a big deal about it. And now here I am over 40, and now I'm wearing reading glasses. So you know what I'm saying, what goes around comes around. But I figured, hey, if I got to do it, then I might as well do it in style. Anyways, I've been having a good time here. I've been reading some interesting books here, which we're going to talk about. And also, I was on my shopping spree for my glasses. I also got a bracelet I thought you guys would like to see. It's a little bracelet. It's made of silver, and I had it engraved, and it's got my title on it. Let's see if you can see it here. It says Marquess Hickman. That's my title. I'm a Marquess. So anyways, that was one of my other treats to myself. I said, you got to have a little fun once in a while, So anyways, I've been here wearing my stylish glasses, and I'm reading some wonderful stuff. And I'm always reading like 10 books at any time. So in addition to all the other books I've told you about the last week, the UFO books, I'm also reading the biography of the founding of the Fellowship of Isis. Now, for those of you who are new here, you may not know, but I'm a member of a wonderful mystical organization out of Ireland called the Fellowship of Isis. And the Fellowship of Isis is an organization that is devoted to exploring and celebrating the divine feminine. For those of you who are Wiccans, you know the term as the goddess. And the goddess is really the focus in the Fellowship of Isis. Now, the Fellowship of Isis is wonderful because they honor all spiritual paths. They're not like just Wiccan. They're kind of a blend of paganism, Wicca, Gnostic Christians. They have a little bit of everybody, Hindu faiths, and they believe that they call it the Fellowship of Isis. And Lady Olivia says in her book that Isis is the goddess of 10,000 names, and all the emanations of divine feminine are also elements of Isis, which actually I do believe also. This is a wonderful book. You'll find in it's got some of the wonderful little drawings. Lady Olivia did all the drawings. And it's got some wonderful pictures here. Actually, here's a dedication. It says, this book is dedicated to Isis of 10,000 names. It's got a little ankh. And they have pictures here of Lady Olivia. That's her at the top. And then below it is her brother and his wife are now deceased, which is the late Lord Strathlock and Lady Strathlock. They were the Baron and Baroness of Strathlock. And they're part of a noble family. They're wonderful because even though they're aristocracy and nobility, they have a castle in Ireland, which you see on the front of the book. They took their castle and turned it into a temple, and they ran the Fellowship of Isis from that castle. Well, the family members who are surviving are now taking over the order and still running it from the temple here at the castle in Ireland. Lady Olivia, I'm sorry to say, passed back, I think it was in November or December of this past year. She was 97 years old. And God, I just loved her. I'm going to put some links below, you guys, if you don't know who she is. She's a lady full of wisdom, really a great priestess. She's a priestess of the goddess Isis and full of love and wisdom like nobody I've seen in a long time. But I would like to encourage you, if you're looking at exploring the concept of divinity and the feminine element, you might want to check out the book, Isis of Fellowship, how the Fellowship of Isis was founded by Olivia Robertson. Tells the story. What's very interesting, which I really like, is a lot of you know, lately I've been doing a lot of work with the Virgin Mary. I've felt a very deep connection. And the wonderful thing is that in the Fellowship of Isis, they recognize the Virgin Mary as an emanation of the divine feminine. And I really like that because, even though I'm a Wiccan, I've always felt a deep connection to Mary. And as a member of the Fellowship of Isis, that's honored and accepted. It's interesting, Lady Olivia says that when she first started the fellowship, it was in the 1960s, she found out in her yard a little statue of the Virgin Mary. And that actually got her thinking about the divine feminine. Before that time, she was actually a member of the Church of England, very Protestant, very low Anglican, did not believe in the Virgin Mary, very patriarchal. But through discovering this statue and learning about the mystery of the Virgin Mary, Lady Olivia started to consider and open her mind to other possibilities that God may have a feminine side. And that's what helped her on her way. Now, today up till recently, she was a active priestess of the goddess Isis. And as it says in the book, Isis is the goddess of 10,000 names. So I'm very excited. I also was here. I was looking at one of my pictures of the Virgin Mary, which I want to show you guys. This is a little card, and it's known as the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And you can see here her heart that is all flame and light coming from it. And I love this picture because for me, when I look at that, I'm like, wow, that is a really beautiful picture. And remember, I did a video recently on the heart chakra meditation. Well, doesn't that look an awful lot like a heart chakra? Well, you see, Mary was so connected to divinity and herself reflected divine light that many people who would have visions of her reported seeing her glowing heart, her immaculate heart. So I love that picture. I think it's very mystical. And it's just nice to be part of the Fellowship of Isis and know that they understanding the incorporation of really all the various facets of divinity. So anyways, I would encourage you guys, check out this book. I think you'll learn a lot. It's just fascinating. She tells the whole story of how her brother, the late Baron of Strathlock, his work was he was actually an Anglican priest. And in the 1970s, he had a meditative experience where he literally opened up and he saw kind of like cosmic consciousness. And he realized that God has dual aspect of masculine and feminine. And he ended up leaving the Anglican priesthood to found with Lady Olivia the Fellowship of Isis, because he realized that the truth is that divinity is bigger than what he had been taught in seminary. And I think that takes a very big soul, especially in his position as a baron and a priest, to be able to say, you know what, I've got a new revelation and I'm going to honor that. Sounds like, I haven't got all the way into the book, but it sounds like he took some flack from some of the locals for it, and there was some hostility directed his way, but he stuck true to his principles. And as a result, he and Lady Olivia, really influenced tens of thousands of people. Even though the founders are all now deceased, the family is still running the organization. I'm going to put the links below, and I would encourage you to check it out. You do not have to quit your current faith or religion or sign any contracts or change your beliefs to be a member of the Fellowship of Isis. All they ask is that you be open to considering the divine feminine. And they have Wiccans in their organization, they have pagans, they have Druids, they've got Christians, they've got some Buddhists, I believe. They have a real mix of people. But each of the different groups come together and they honor the divine feminine. Very wonderful, wonderful group. So I would encourage you guys to check that out. Anyways, so I also want to come here to say thank you. I've been getting a lot of wonderful letters. You guys have been telling me how much you've enjoyed my publications. And we're next week going to do another video. I can't do it tonight. It's too late. But we're going to do some magic from Psychic Bob's Book of Spells. And for those of you who didn't know this, I do have published books out. If you go to my website below, I'll put the link to that. You can look at my books and click on them. It'll take you to my store if you want to buy them. My books are not expensive, but this is my book that came out last year, Psychic Bob's Book of Spells, and you might want to pick up a copy. We're going to do some magic from this, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So as you see, I've got artwork in the books. I did all the pictures myself. They're just my little artworks that I do, and then they go with the spells. But you might want to do that. And here's the back cover. It says, Discover Magic. And it says, have you ever wanted to learn magic but didn't know where to begin? Have you ever wished you could be a witch? Does the idea of conjuring excite you? It says, join Psychic Bob on a magical journey, learn practical magic that you can use every day. Discover how to find love, happiness, and even wealth with Psychic Bob's Book of Spells. So there you go. So anyways, you might want to check that out. Get a copy. Next week, we're going to do a video on that. We'll teach you guys some magic from this book, and we'll have a good time. Anyways, guys, listen, thanks for being here. I really love all your wonderful letters, your wonderful support. I know I promised you messages from the spirit world. We are going to get to that soon. I've just had a lot of delays, but I haven't forgotten you guys, okay? So we will have that coming up in the coming days. But anyways, in the meantime, check out the book Isis of Fellowship and go to the links below. And I hope you guys will check these out. So in the meantime, I'm going to just put on my stylish designer reading glasses. And I got my jingly silver Marquis Hickman bracelet. I'm going to sit back and be a gentleman of leisure and meditate on the great goddess as I read this wonderful book. Listen, guys, thanks for being here. Keep it here. Listen, give me thumbs up, comments in the box below, and tell me, are you familiar with the Fellowship of Isis? Have you ever read about them? You know about Lady Olivia? Tell me your thoughts or ideas about the goddess and her experience in your life as well. So anyways, we're styling and we're profiling here at Spirit Channel. Keep it here. More coming. Blessings to all of you. Thanks so much.